Right. Hi, everyone. I'm Skyler Reyes,
And I'm Carly Nelson.
and we are first year occupational therapy students at Stanford University.
Yeah, and for today's topic, we're going to be talking about a right upper limb amputation, and its effects on completing your meaningful activities, as well as the role occupational therapy can play in rehabilitation.
Yeah, so for the condition that we're talking about today, to go into a little more detail, we're talking about a right shoulder disarticulation. And this is basically the removal of the arm, basically at the shoulder joint right here. So, however, like the entire arm is amputated, the shoulder blade and collarbone itself are still intact. Um, and the prevalence for this condition is that like over 2 million people in the United States are reported to be living with limb loss, and 10% of them are actually upper limb losses as well.
Yeah, and there's a lot of different reasons that someone may have to have this type of amputation. Some include like cancer, trauma, infections, even congenital reasons. But there are a ton of other reasons too that why this might happen.
Yeah, and for being like some of like the more oh my gosh, what's the word? Um Common, thank you for your help, Carly. Common
Time.
causes would be like trauma was what kind of a lot of us see. Like for example, Soul Surfer, like the movie. Bethany Hamilton actually did have a shoulder disarticulation because she got her arm bitten off by a shark while she was surfing. And during this movie, we kind of see her struggling with how to um, struggle to like live her life as she usually did, seeing as surfing was her meaningful occupation. Um, and we can see like in the movie, like she was struggling trying to use different adaptations, like whether she was using like a prosthetic. Um, and for her, it didn't really work out, but she found something else that also worked was like an adapted surfboard as well. And this kind of leads into like the impact on occupational performance with her injury and how it specifically like impacts her life. And for Bethany Hamilton, like in particular, surfing was her like work, surfing was her meaningful occupation as well. And in addition to that, it also affected like her IADLs along with ADLs, like surfing for IADLs, grocery shopping, driving, and this can also lead to like a lot of difficulties with like pain management, leisure, social activities, and psychosocial impact as well.
Yeah, so you can kind of see how the role of OT is so important on individuals with this type of amputation. And you can also see that OT is really client-centered. We really try to focus on the client's meaningful activities and what's important to them. So in Bethany Hamilton's case, surfing was a huge one. We also focus on ADLs, which are going to be activities of daily living. I mean, those are things like showering, eating. Um, you really don't realize how much is affected by not having an arm. It may seem like a simple task, such as washing your hair, but it really is difficult with a difference, like with even just without one arm.
Yeah,
And
and
you
it was like her dominant arm also.
yeah, so you do so much and you rely so heavily on that area. And then you also can see how it kind of affects all areas of your life, not just physical. So OT also focuses on psychosocial support, and really helping with mental health after. It can be after a really traumatic event, you can even develop like PTSD and stuff like that. So OT can really help in a lot of areas. And we also collaborate with different other health professionals, since as prosthetics. Healthcare people and
Yeah, I
non
mean,
prosthetic.
also like we work hand in hand with like physical therapy as well.
Yeah,
Um, Also like I'm sure like they work with like psychiatrists, psychologists also. If I'm guessing Bethany Hampton was referred to or seeing one of those at the time as well. But yeah, I mean, OT kind of goes hand in hand with a bunch of things, and they can pretty much work their way into their like diagnosis and them coming back to what they like doing.
exactly. Yeah.
Um,
Through OT, you can just get back to doing what's meaningful to you. That's kind of the main overarching kind of thing for OT. But yeah, as you can see, OT is really fundamental in someone's recovery from a traumatic event, or even any event, like after that.
yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be like upper limb
Yeah.
amputation, like per se, could be like lower limb too. Because seeing someone had a lower limb amputation and they wanted to like shower by themselves as well, like that's also something OT could help with like shower chairs or
Hmm.
um installing like handrails in the shower. It's like we can pretty much help with a lot of those things.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that kind of just shows how OT is really a vital intervention for an upper limb off amputation. So that's it for us today.
And that's all we got.
Thank you guys.